Corporation.
Disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.
Welcome once again to another episode of Fists, Kicks, and Flicks, the podcast about martial arts, movies, and life. I am one of your hosts, Eugene Plowden, and with me, as always, my podcast partner, Joe Hartley. What's up, man?
What's going on?
If this is your first time with us, I want you to know we are members of the Martial Arts Center Network. On Mondays, hopefully we can get back to the winner's circle with myself, Isaiah Gatherings, Chris Walker, and Angel Diaz. Tuesdays, you got the Inside Scoop with Alex and Jeff. Wednesdays, you got the traditional way with Brett Shumway. Thursdays is Fists, Kicks, and Flicks with Gene, Joe, and Angel. For more information, you can check us out on all of our social media platforms. Just look for the Martial Arts Center Network on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Patreon. Joe, it is showtime. What's happening, man?
Okay, so it's been what, 2 weeks?
Something like that. Yeah.
Was it 3?
You know what, man? I think the last time we did a show, the last time Fists, Kicks, and Flicks came out. Let me see. Of course, now my app wants to move a little slow. Here it is. August 7th. August 7th was the last time a show dropped for Fists, Kicks, and Flicks.
Oh, okay. So I've been to 2 concerts since then. So yeah, that I haven't talked to you about. So I was at work it was like 2.5 weeks ago. And this guy was like, this guy I talked to, he comes in on Sundays. He brings lunch for everybody. You can pay $3. He'll cook up some hot dogs, burgers, whatever he brings, sloppy Joe. And some sides. And so I was talking with him, and he's like, "Hey man, do you like the Offspring?" I'm like, "Yeah, I love the Offspring. I wanted to go, but it's hard to make it to concerts nowadays, so I didn't buy the tickets." He's like, "I got tickets, man. You want to go?" He's like, "I can't use them. I got them for a friend. I surprised him with them, and it was too late. By the time I surprised him, I was like, hell yeah, I'll go to Offspring." So we got up, went to Offspring that night, had a good time. It was fun. Little Caesars Arena. Well, I'd also bought tickets for the following week on the 14th, I think it was, for Lincoln Park for my wife, because that's one of her favorite bands and one of mine. And they haven't been on tour since their lead singer took his own life, and they haven't been around for 10 years. So they got a new lead singer. They put out a whole new album, and oh my God, it was such a good show. We went out to dinner, tried a M&M spot, Mom Spaghetti, for the first time. Had a good time over there. Huh?
Did you like that place? I've never been there, but I've seen mixed reviews about it.
It wasn't everything it was cracked up to be, but it was fine. It was no big deal. It was not super expensive. The food was good, but it was no big deal. It's just one of those things like we were like, oh, we got to try it once.
Was it busy?
Pretty busy.
Oh, then that's
I'm like you. Like I've seen mixed reviews about it too.
Okay.
But I think that started with like one blogger that made a thing, and then people, when it comes to M&M Detroit, like most people either like him or they hate him. And it's like, I'm not really for his cooking ability. I'm more for his music. So
I don't think any Eminem has anything to do with that place, except for maybe he might have a little percentage in it.
Yeah.
But other than that, like I doubt that's really his Mom's Spaghetti.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, we had a nice night out. We don't get out that often, so it's nice to just get out on the town.
You mean you and your wife by yourself still get a chance to get out?
No, it's always with the family, one way or another. Like we don't go out that often ourselves. It's not by choice. It's one of those things like, we just don't get very few opportunities. So when we get a chance, it's nice.
Good.
Pick back, have a drink, get some food, enjoy, a concert, a comedy show, something like that. That's what we like to do.
Good.
Make do a little gambling. So yeah, it was a nice night out, and came back, did the family thing. Still, we just sold my aunt's condo that we got an offer.
That was fast.
Yeah, I was shocked. My mom was so happy. So that closes. They just passed the inspection, so that closes, and they went a little over asking, so that was nice.
Okay.
So she'll pay that off. She'll put the rest in my aunt's account, and that'll keep her going a little bit longer. So
Good.
yeah, really, really good. So she was excited about that. She's been stressing out about that kind of stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
so when we saw the email and then I called her, she was on the phone with the realtor who was already telling her. So she was like, "Oh yeah," she was super happy about that.
Good.
And other than that, kids are just getting ready to go back to school. My wife reports tomorrow, no, Wednesday officially.
Mm-hmm.
She's getting her classroom in order. She's, doing everything. She tried to go today, but they were, they saved her room for the last one to clean. So they were, they had everything out of her room and were waxing the floor, so she couldn't go in.
Okay. I'm
So
surprised they didn't do that back in May.
I know that's what we said. And they were trying to tell her she can't get back until Wednesday. She was like, I have meetings all day on Wednesday. I'm trying to set up this class tomorrow, finish it on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So she had to get on them about that. So, it is what it is. But yeah, get back into the swing of things. Kids go back on Tuesday, and then I think we're trying to get one last vacation in that Labor Day weekend. So I think we're just trying to go like maybe like when I come home on Saturday, go out because I'll get Sunday off for the holiday. So then I have Monday, Tuesday. So maybe come back on Monday. So we'll see.
Now you know that Labor Day weekend is a big weekend around here in Metro Detroit. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on that weekend.
Yeah, I know. I told my wife. I was like,
You got
why are
Art
you
Meets
doing?
and Eats.
Yep.
You got the State Fair. You got the Jazz Fest downtown. I can't remember if there's something else or not, but that's a busy weekend.
Okay, so we'll go to the state fair. We usually get an early pass from Leukemia Foundation. Actually, they changed it to the Blood Cancer Foundation. They'll
Okay.
usually send us passes, and we'll go like that Thursday with the media. So we'll still go. Have fun. And yeah, and they open up all the rides and everything. Even though my kids only want to do bumper cars and the slides, so they don't really care about anything else. I know, man.
That's my favorite too. Bumper is my favorite too.
Yeah. And I don't hold nothing back on the bumper cars. I'm gonna take everyone out. Let's go. Yeah. So other than that, man, like we're just getting into the swing of things. Trying to get the house in order, get everyone good to go. They got all their clothes, they got all their school supplies, and yeah, we're ready to go. How you been?
Are your kids excited about going back to school?
I mean, yes and no.
Mm.
As excited as they can get. I mean, I got a senior.
My
I got a
son
senior,
is
so this is yeah. I got a senior, so she's ready to move on and see what's next. Layla, she's 1 year, one step closer. Aiden's gonna be, I told him you're gonna be top of the class, man. Like, let's go. So you gotta, then you'll be moving on to high school. So gotta enjoy it. I gotta take him tomorrow to get registered. So
okay.
let's see what he has going on, the classes he has, and everything like that.
And they all go back to school on Monday, right?
Tuesday.
Okay. My kids go to school on Monday.
Is it the 25th? 24th?
25th is Monday.
Oh, maybe it is Monday. It might be Monday.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's how it goes, man. Summer's gone. Swung by real quick.
It did. And this was a busy summer for me because me and Melissa we did a lot this summer. So it went by real fast. But we still enjoyed ourselves. So
Yeah, for sure. What you been up to?
So hopefully this internet's not too bad tonight. Well, hopefully this internet's not too bad. It's already I can feel it already acting up. I have to use the old computer tonight, so it's not actually I can't blame it on the internet. It's not Xfinity's fault. It's these damn computers that I have, man. I got a brand new one that won't connect with StreamYard. I have no idea what's happening. And then the old computer, for whatever reason, loves to buffer on StreamYard. I have no idea. So I'm going to have to break down and go buy me a new computer the next couple days or weeks or whatever, sometime soon, so I can continue my podcasting. Especially when you do 3 podcasts, you got to have the right equipment, So
yes, for sure.
Man, just been training, and enjoying the last little bit of summer. Also, like you said, getting ready to head down to Indianapolis, Indiana, for work. At the end of this week, uh, got some stuff to do down there. Haven't been down there since May, so I got to go check on my stores down there, make sure everything's okay. Gonna go out to Chicago in a few weeks. Also, they got the Taste of Chicago going on out there. We were trying to plan a couples trip and try to get some of our friends to go out there to Taste of Chicago. That fell through. It was like it's just me and Mel going out there to have fun. It doesn't matter when
It
we have
happened.
fun anywhere, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that. I think that's the first weekend in September. So we're gonna go out to Chicago for that. Yeah, man, just been spending a lot of time at the school, getting the school ready, doing some updates and improvements on the school. Got some kids that's about to start black belt camp, getting ready for them. Let's see how these kids do. This is going to be interesting.
Okay.
You know, black belt camp normally is a year process. I think these kids that I got right now that's testing, I think they might go over a year preparing for their
Okay.
tests. Um, and it's more so a maturity thing, you know, goofing off, being silly. Like, look, come on, get to work. You know, do these techniques. You know, I don't understand. Sometimes you do a technique. You remember when we were training with my uncle? If we were doing combinations, we would have to do the combinations 10 times and then change feet, and then do another 10.
Yeah.
These kids now do something once or twice, and then that's it. They're done. They're not doing the technique again. It's like keep going until I say stop. You
Yeah.
know, keep working until I say stop. You're not done. It's not perfect. It's not just because you did it one time doesn't mean you got it. You have to keep doing it over and over and over if you plan for it to stick in your head. Otherwise, the next time we work on this stuff, you're not going to remember. It's going to be gone. You know, so
Mhm.
that's something. The kids that's tested for the second degree black belt, Joe, one of their requirements is going to be to do the form that you taught them, the bow form.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's going to be one of their requirements for them. A few of them know it. Some of them going to need some help. So we'll see what happens with that. Uh, Other than that, man, I gotta find a way to set aside some time so I can write some of these comics. I got all these damn ideas in my head, and the next step I have to do is put it on paper so I can finally start drawing. You know, everything's
Yeah.
starting to settle down now. Um, you know, summer. You know, I'm definitely not going to be going out as much because winter's right around the corner. And Melissa knows that, so she's trying to hang out as much as possible because she knows when it gets cold. I'm not trying to go anywhere. I hate
Winter is
not,
coming.
huh?
So Game of Thrones, winter is coming.
That's right. That's right. So she knows that. So she is definitely. She said it to me. She said, "I know you're not going out in the wintertime, so we're trying to get out as much as possible now." So, you know, and that's it, man. Um,
That's good.
Also, this week, me and Joe are gonna drop Superflix this week. This week, we're talking about Spider-Man 3. So that's gonna be an interesting talk, Joe. I got a feeling that's gonna be an interesting talk when we do that show.
100%.
Yeah. So, but
As fans
mhm.
of the first two,
Yeah,
and as fans of comics in general, yeah, we're gonna have a lot to say about that.
yeah.
That's okay. It's good.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's talk about this week's movie for Fist Kicks and Flicks. We're
Yep.
talking about Karate Kid Legends. Off the bat, I feel like this movie should have come out before Cobra Kai. I know that Sony didn't expect for Cobra Kai to be the smash hit that it became,
Yeah.
but this should have led into Cobra Kai, in my opinion, because
Yeah.
to me, I feel like Daniel could have uh, got his joy back for being a teacher after working with Lee in this movie,
Yes.
and then the Cobra Kai stuff started. I think that would have been a better transition because this seemed a little odd to me as far as Daniel working with Mr. Han.
Or they could have figured out a way to have met at this Sekitaikai.
Yeah, I don't understand why that had. I don't understand why that didn't have anything to do with this. I assumed that it would, so I was kind of surprised that it didn't. I
Because
actually thought that
what they
Mr.
did
Han,
do is they gave us an in through Miyagi. But I hate to say
yeah,
this, like, and I get it. Okay, you gotta get that in there because you had to make it make sense.
mhm.
But the way they kind of pigeonholed it in, they were just like that should have been covered in one of the Karate Kid movies. If
Well,
they were such good friends, if the Hans and the Miyagis, knew each other so well, that it should have came up in one of the other movies.
well, I understand why I didn't, because luckily in Karate Kid 2, they explained the origin of Miyagi Do karate.
Yeah.
And then in this movie, they went back to that and used that to connect it. Now, through the Karate Kid movies, Mr. Miyagi is not the center. It's about Daniel.
Yeah.
So I don't see where they would have been able to put this connection between Mr. Miyagi and Mr. Han and his family in Karate Kid. I don't really have a problem with how they did it.
I'm not either. I'm just saying it to me, it would have been more interesting
Yeah.
to meet there and then go into the movie.
I really wish I could have heard Mr. Han and Mr. Miyagi talking to each other, because
Oh man,
it would have been funny to hear Mr. Han tell Mr. Miyagi the same thing that happened to you and that Daniel kid happened to me the exact same way.
Right? But here's my thing. Does Mr. Han exist without Miyagi passing away? No.
I think so.
You think
What do
so? I would hope so, but I'm not sure. I feel like they gave us Mr. Han because they couldn't give it. We might have had another Karate Kid.
Oh,
with
you're
Mr.
saying
Miyagi.
that if Pat Morita hadn't passed away, that he could have been in Mr. Han's spot under Jaden? I don't know. I don't think they would have did that. I think they.
I don't think we would have done that. We would have got, Cobra Kai with Mr. Miyagi, or we might have got, Karate Kid the series, or who knows.
Okay.
But I mean, I would like to think I know a lot of people don't like the Jaden Smith version of Karate Kid, but I like Mr. Han, and I like the kung fu in it.
I did not have a problem with the Jaden Smith Karate Kid movie.
I like seeing a new version with a different, instead of, I like seeing kung fu. I don't know much about kung fu, so I like seeing the intricacies of it, and I like watching it being used to fight with, even though there's controversy there as well too. So
you know what, man, I was going to bring this up on the Winner Circle, but I'm going to bring it up here. I find it interesting that karate is more popular than kung fu. In the 70s, Bruce Lee was not a karate guy. He was a kung fu guy.
Yes.
But because of Bruce Lee, karate schools exploded. You would have thought, because of Bruce Lee and his popularity, that his style of kung fu would have exploded, and kung fu in general would have been better than karate.
Bruce didn't do just kung fu. He took his kung fu base and created Jet Kune Do, which is not fully kung fu.
Yeah, but at the same time, you never heard, back in the 70s and early 80s when we were kids, they didn't say we're about to turn on karate movies. They called them kung fu movies.
True. Very
so
true.
I would have thought, it just seemed like in the 70s and 80s, the word kung fu was more popular than karate.
True.
But I mean, driving around as a kid, I don't see kung fu schools. I always saw taekwondo schools, primarily taekwondo schools, and maybe some that karate schools that I associated with taekwondo. But I pretty much saw mainly taekwondo. But karate, the movie was called The Karate Kid in the 80s. It wasn't the Kung Fu Kid. It wasn't the Taekwondo Kid. It was the Karate Kid.
Yep.
So I would have thought that Kung Fu would have been a lot bigger than what it. I don't know anybody that does Kung Fu. I mean, I don't personally, unless they did it on the side or don't talk about it or whatever. And I've met people in tournaments. I never see those guys again. Those guys that compete in tournaments.
Most people that I know that do kung fu, they do it on top of Tang Soo Do, Taekwondo.
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay.
It's not their main, basically. It's like their side chick.
Mm-hmm. I got you. Now I'm quite sure, Jeff. I know you probably know 10,000 people who do kung fu. I got you, Jeff. I know you.
Jeff probably knows kung fu as well. I feel like
It
Jeff
would surprise me.
knows.
It would not surprise me if Jeff.
Second, Jeff, when we watched that Michael Jai White movie with the defense lab, and then Jeff's like, "Oh yeah, I do that. I got black belt in it the other day." I'm like, Jeff does everything.
Yes.
Jeff does it all. He's like Bo Jackson. This is a Bo knows.
Yeah.
That's why we got Jeffopedia. It is what it is.
Right.
I swear we always find a way to be talking about Jeff on this show.
Jeff is the man. Jeff, we get more feedback from Jeff than anybody.
I love it. It's great.
Yeah, I do too.
He was just talking in the chat about seeing the 35th anniversary of the Ninja Turtles, and I was crying because I forgot about it. So I was glad that he reminded me, because tomorrow at my theater, it's $5 Tuesday. So guess what I'm doing? I saw that movie in the theater when I was 9.
Oh yeah.
Do you know how crazy that will be 35 years later to go see that crap? Like,
guess who took me to see Ninja Turtle movie? Me and Travis.
Your uncle.
That's right. He was the one
makes
that took me and Travis.
And I signed up 2 weeks. I think we signed up like a month later after that movie.
Okay.
With Hammy. So I mean, I got to do it.
I remember being in the car after we left the theater, and he was like, he had hit the steering wheel. Was like, damn it, we should have did a karate demonstration before the movie came on.
That seems right. That seems about it. That's great. That's
cool.
So good.
But let's get back to it. Karate Kid Legends. What did you think of the movie?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. I like the movie a lot. I like the new Daniel. I like him a lot. I like the story. I like the fact that not only did they make him the one who had to learn, who had to step up and fight, but I like that he was teaching someone else. And
I did. That was different, wasn't it?
I like that idea of it. I'm gonna tell you what I didn't like. I did not think the timing, but the Johnny in this movie was awful. He was not. I did not believe that he would have won a fight against Alex. I just don't think he could.
No.
I think he should have wiped the floor with him from day one, and that bothered me because they had to have him. He loses to this one guy who wasn't that great to me, but then he goes in an alley and fights 5 gangsters and takes them out no problem. That makes no sense. I don't know. It was just weird to me. It was like, were those guys like the Foot Clan and the bad guy was Shredder? Like, it made no sense to me. It was weird.
I don't consider him losing that fight that he had with that. What was that kid's name? Was it Tyler? What was his name? It was Tyler.
I had to look it up because I kept calling him Chad.
Hold on, I'll tell you in a second. That kid's name was Connor.
See,
Connor.
He wasn't memorable. Johnny was memorable.
Yeah. No, he seemed like he was not really an actor. This guy, he didn't seem like an actor. He seemed like he was learning to be an actor. But when Connor and Lee fought each other at school, I don't really consider Lee. It wasn't like Daniel. When Daniel and Johnny fought, Daniel got beat up.
Yes.
Lee got hit. He got hit with a good shot, and then the teachers broke up the altercation. So I don't see. It wasn't like he got beat up. And also another thing I liked about Lee was not like Daniel and not like Miguel, where they were kind of wimpy kids and nerdy wimpy kids. Lee was not that. Lee was already studying martial arts. He was already a kung fu student. So, and he knew how to fight already. So he really wasn't worried about getting bullied or that was not the case. I like that twist of the story. What I did not like out of anything, I didn't like the tournament. That was, if anything, if they're going to do the tournament like that, they should have just went ahead and did 5 separate tournaments in the different boroughs. And wherever you ended up, that was your seeding for the last tournament. That's how I would have did it.
That would have been interesting too.
Yeah. I mean, that way it would have been. It would have been like who as the tournament is going on. Why would all of these people gather on a rooftop?
Yeah, I know.
At
That's
night to watch one karate fight for that doesn't make any sense.
true.
That did you know, and when I'm watching the movie, I was thinking, I hate to say this, but I think the only movie that really got tournament fighting done right was Best of the Best. I don't think any other. I think that was the best. Oh man, what was that?
I don't know.
Yeah. All right. So I think Best of the Best did the tournaments the best to me.
True.
But yeah, man. So this fighting in different boroughs, I wasn't a fan of it.
So the movie starts out. We get Daniel and Miyagi talking, and this is where they introduce Miyagi-Do, and then they introduce Mr. Han's family, and this is how they basically bring the two worlds together, more or less. And it's simple. It's easy and simple. They bring it in, and then we go from there to Mr. Han teaching in China.
Yeah, so
and
basically the
we meet
Miyagi karate is an extension of the kung fu that was taught to what was that guy's name? I can't remember. They talk about it all through Cobra Kai and the Karate Kid, and I don't even remember Mr. Miyagi's ancestors' name. Anyway, Mr. Miyagi's ancestors was taught by Mr. Han's ancestors.
Yeah.
And he just broke it off and created his own martial arts, and that was Miyagi-Do. It's a modified version of Kung Fu.
More or less.
Mm-hmm.
So Lee and Mr. Han have a really good bond, but we find out Lee's leaving to go to New York. Mom got a new job, and something bad happened. They don't explain it till a little bit later, but she basically blamed Kung Fu for killing her son, which I thought, I didn't like that either. Because when we do find out, of course, it's kind of weird.
Oh, it's very weird.
Well, and you can't really blame Kung Fu for that. I mean, that kind of stuff can happen with or without Kung Fu. So, but we'll get into that a little bit later. So Lee is hoping that Mr. Han can talk his mom into staying or leaving him behind. But like I said, she doesn't even like him going to this karate school. She's happy to take him away from it, take him to New York, and hope bigger and better things for him. And she's real strict. So, they picked a really good character for that. She really didn't get on board with any of this until towards the end of the movie.
Yep.
So, and then, this is how it went. And the funny thing is, Mr. Han, there's not really much he can do about it. So then we get to New York, and it's kind of like the original Karate Kid. He shows up. He's the new kid. He's kind of trying to make his way around, make a new friend here and there. It's dinner time. He goes to find some pizza, and he meets a new friend. What was her name? Was it Amy?
Oh no, hold on.
Or Mia?
Mia.
Yeah, Mia. So Mia and her dad run a little pizza shop, and of course, because it's Karate Kid, they got their own little story that you're going to hear about in a little bit. But he's funny because he walks in, he's looking for stuffed crust pizza, and the dad, he basically makes a joke. He's like, "Yeah, you want that? Go to Pizza Hut."
Did you recognize?
Yeah.
Did you recognize the dad?
Yeah, he's from Dawson's Creek.
From Dawson's Creek. I know him from the Mighty Ducks.
Oh yeah, that was him from the Mighty Ducks.
I know.
I just always remember him. But I never watched Dawson's Creek. My wife watched it all the time, and he used to make fun of her. So yeah, he's from. He was the Mighty. Yeah, because how old was he? Like 12?
The Skulls. The Skulls. That movie. I love that movie. The Skulls.
Oh yeah, me too. That was good. I haven't seen that in so long. What is his name?
Hold on, let me see. His name
Joshua Jackson. Yeah, Victor. He plays Victor in the movie. So, like I said, he has his own story, and the daughter and Lee become good friends, and he becomes pretty good friends with the dad as well. So, of course, they give him the nickname Stuffed Crust because he first day he shows up looking for some stuffed crust pizza. So, between now, did Daniel get a nickname? And because where is this nickname thing? It started with Cobra Kai. It seems like Daniel never got a nickname, a weird like nickname. Everyone
They
made fun of him.
used to call
He's
him
called him
Danielle.
Danielle.
Oh yeah, that is true.
No,
And didn't
No.
they, oh no, didn't they say something
Yeah.
about where he came from or something like that? I don't know, I'm just trying to figure out because it seems like that's a new thing now. They want to keep giving people silly,
like Rhea.
yeah, like Rhea for Miguel, and now Stuffed Crust. So
Yeah.
it worked. It's fine. It's fun. And so he's gonna head to school the next day, and he's making his way around school, and then he starts hanging out with Mia a little bit and helping her with some of her stuff, and they become good friends. And he goes by a karate school, and I'm thinking, okay, are we just literally gonna repeat the first Jackie Chan Karate Kid? Because Mia tells him don't even deal with that karate school. It's no good. And he's like, who's that guy? And it's of course it's her ex-boyfriend. And that's our Johnny, Connor. So da 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 da. Where you could almost write this. It almost writes itself at this point.
Cobra Kai kind of messed up this movie for me because Cobra Kai, we were able to spend a lot of time and flesh out the characters. This movie, we didn't. We learned these characters real quick, and now we're moving on to the next character. We didn't get a lot of time to sit with these characters and, really like them or dislike them. It was just like, they introduced them and then we're moving on.
Yeah, big time. I didn't even think about that, but that's true because they had a lot to do.
Yeah, and it seemed like it just kind of, everything just seemed like it was happening so fast to me. I was like, man, let's stretch this out. But then I remember, this is a movie. It's not the same as Cobra Kai, so.
Yep, very true. He joins Mia. She's got a few errands to run. One of them, she needs a part for, I think the refrigerator or something like that. I'm not really sure what it was, but yeah. So she goes to the parts store, and she's like, I got to negotiate with this lady. And of course, the lady speaks Lee's language. So Lee talks her down from her price, almost cuts it in half. And he tells Mia, basically, he's like, if you learn to speak Mandarin, you'll get a better deal. I think that's kind of weird, but I mean, why not upcharge the people who don't know your language? Why not?
Right.
I thought that was kind of funny, but helpful. And she does end up learning and creating a better relationship with this lady so she can do better business with her, which is nice. I mean, I'd be happy about that. Literally saved her half the money, so that always works. And then you see Lee end up with his mom having dinner, and his mom's kind of like, oh, did you make a friend today? He goes, I think I did. And she's happy about that, and she thinks everything going well. He's not worried about this and that. And of course, we know, because it's Karate Kid, somewhere down the line it's going to go horribly wrong.
Did they ever say what grade these kids were in?
No.
Yeah.
What were you thinking? Freshman? Sophomore?
I don't think they were freshmen. I was like, they're not saying anything that is related to senior stuff, so I don't think they're seniors. Maybe 10th or 11th grade. And the only reason I wanted to know, because I was wondering if there was going to be a sequel to this movie. And I'm not sure if there's going to be a sequel, but these characters might show up in some of the spinoffs, Cobra Kai spinoffs, I was thinking. I think we're going to see these people again.
I mean, they can pretty much do what they want with it now, movie-wise and spinoff.
And I say that all connected. How it ended.
Yeah, 100%. So he goes to hang out with Mia, and they're driving around on is that a Vespa? I'm assuming, or a moped.
Yeah, I was just gonna say a moped.
I don't know the difference. I don't know the difference between the two, but one or the other, and it dies, so they got to get on the subway. Yeah, I know. We run into Connor, and of course, Connor wants to talk to Mia. Mia doesn't want to talk to Connor, and Lee gets involved and gets, punched in the face.
Yeah, this kid was really, really overacting. It was like they told him to be a bad guy, and he was doing his best to be a bad guy, but it was almost too cartoony to me.
Yes.
Or very 80s acting. It didn't seem, he wasn't believable to me.
So the funny thing is now he's got a black eye, and his mom doesn't want him fighting. I guess he used to get in fights a lot. So
she blamed him.
I know but Mia takes him to her dad and says, "Can you help him?" I'm like, "What's dad gonna do?" And then we find out the dad can do makeup.
Yeah.
Why? I guess he used to be a boxer and he used to have to cover up bruises all the time.
Yeah, his wife did. His wife taught him because she used to put the makeup on him.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
And he did a good job, but you're not going to hide that from your mom because the next day you're going to take a shower and she's going to see it. Like, come on, let's be honest. Sunglasses ain't even going to cover that up. And honestly, I didn't think he got hit that hard to get that big of a black eye, but who knows?
Yeah, but I hated the fact that he didn't even explain his mom, like, "Mom, I didn't do nothing. I was just standing there and the guy just punched me in the face."
She wouldn't believe him. She thinks that's all he does is want to instigate fights.
Yeah.
She said that from the beginning. So he has a tutor, I guess, to catch up. And I thought this tutor was interesting because he seemed a little too involved in this kid's life to barely knowing him.
Exactly. And that's part of what I was saying. We didn't get a chance to flesh out that character because we learned about he got a tutor. Next thing you know, they're best friends and hanging out and he's doing stuff with him. And it's like
they made him a sidekick. He was the sidekick.
Yeah, quickly.
He went from kind of like being mean and hateful and all of a sudden he was like involved in the whole thing. I don't know. It was fun. I liked him, but I just thought it was funny. I was like, dude, you're supposed to be teaching this kid and now like you're helping him with all this. Okay, cool, whatever. And then we meet him real quick, and then we see here's Connor again, and he's got to start something with Lee. And this is the part that made me mad because I don't think Lee would have lost this fight. Connor to me wasn't that great. Like Johnny was, leaps and bounds better than Dan. He still is better than Daniel, and that was obvious from the beginning. Like Daniel had to throw sand just to get any kind of advantage. But Lee didn't need that. So to lose this fight in the fashion that he did, and then even to get hit while doing his special move off the bat, I don't know. It wasn't believable to me. I needed a better bad guy, and it really would have made this movie a lot better.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, it didn't take me out of the movie because I liked everything else about it, but it just kept saying every time I saw this guy, I was like, "Oh, he's annoying."
Yeah, and then he was a kid training. His academy was like a MMA gym that he was training at. This demolition mixed martial arts or something like that. I think that was the name of the academy. And grown men were scared of this kid. I didn't like that.
I know.
That seemed a little silly. Also,
it's very silly.
You know what? Honestly, these kids reminded me of the school from The Next Karate Kid. What was the name of that team? Alpha something. I can't remember. That's who the bad guys in this movie. That's who they reminded me of.
Well, and they didn't even give us a John Kreese either. Even the karate instructor really wasn't. He wasn't involved, and he wasn't John. He actually seemed more like a mafia guy or something. Like he was more breaking legs and getting money than he was about winning a karate tournament.
About fixing fights, yeah.
Oh yeah, fixing fights.
Gambling.
I feel like if you're gonna go Karate Kid, and this is gonna be our next level of Karate Kid, I think we needed a better, an actual Johnny. Doesn't have to be Johnny. It can be his own version. Because to me, even the original with Jaden Smith, that kid was a badass. That kid was a Johnny.
Yeah.
The instructor was a Kreese. Just Chinese version. We didn't get that in this one. But like I said, they made up for it. Either. No, we didn't need it in Cobra Kai.
No, we didn't, because Kyler was not a Johnny, but he was a good bad guy for the first couple of episodes.
Yes, and he should have been beating up Miguel because
Mhm.
Miguel wasn't talented until
Mhm.
Johnny really molded him into the fighter that he became, and that was
Right.
great.
Right.
So, but like I said, they did make up for it by giving us Victor, because I like the Victor character. I like the dynamic of him being able to help with his martial arts, and Victor helping him and making that friend. I like that aspect of it. And this comes up right away because now uh, Lee's coming home and Victor is in a situation where they're basically gonna hurt him or kill him or whatever for not paying back his loan shark to, I
Mhm.
guess, the instructor of the karate school or the owner of the karate school. I don't know what he was.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so this is the part that kills me. Lee takes out these 5 henchmen who have weapons, no problem, but then gets beat up by Connor. Made no sense.
And like I said, I think the only reason is because the teachers jumped in and
Yeah,
separated them.
yeah.
Yeah, Connor hit Lee with a good shot and dropped him, but Lee would have got back up and the fight would have continued if the teachers didn't get involved.
Did
I think
you did you feel like that fight scene gave me Jackie Chan vibes all day?
this kid, this if they do any remix of any Jackie Chan movie, he can play Jackie Chan, the younger
Yeah,
Jackie Chan. If they
I'm
want to do
curious.
Rumble in the Bronx before Jackie Chan got to be an adult, they can get this kid to be Jackie Chan.
I know my wife and I were and my kids were watching this like, man, I don't know if he just worked with Jackie before this movie or what, or if he worked with him before, but man, he definitely had little mini Jackie Chan vibes, and it was
Mm-hmm.
crazy to watch.
Yeah, yeah.
It was very, very, very good to me. I enjoyed
Mm-hmm.
it.
He can
So
he can be he can be Lee again, but he could be the younger Lee from Rush Hour.
there you go. There you go.
He could be a young Lee from Rush Hour.
And
See him in China doing
who's
stuff.
gonna be Chris Tucker? Kevin Hart?
You don't need Chris Tucker because they met when they got older, so you could just
Oh
do
yeah,
just
that's
whatever
true.
Lee was doing in Rush Hour before he met Chris Tucker. This kid could be Lee. He could be him.
During his police officer days,
Yeah, yeah.
or another super cop. So they decide. I guess there's a fight that Victor could win, and it would get him out of debt and help him, with everything he's going through. And so the idea is that he's too old for this fight, but with a little bit of speed and some skill taught by Lee, he could probably win. Okay. Um, Not overly believable, but I do like the way they do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the outcome. The outcome sucked. I really would have liked to see it go the other way, but they got to create some drama, so I get it. So that's the idea. He's gonna teach him what he knows to help him win this boxing match, and they create a nice relationship that way. And he kind of falls for the daughter, and that kind of blows up in his face at first as well.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. I didn't like the fight that Victor had. It was dumb. I think the guy should have got disqualified, so Victor should have won.
Yeah.
So he should have got paid. I don't
Yes.
understand how Victor lost. He ended up in the hospital because the guy cheated. So
Yes.
the guy cheated. He should have got disqualified.
Well, when you're doing a fight where the bad guys make the rules, I think you're screwed either way. So that's how it goes. It really wasn't smart from the beginning, but I get it. He thought it was his only way out.
Mm-hmm.
So the first day of training, the Mia walks in, and of course she thinks this is a terrible idea. She's worried about her dad. She thinks Lee is crazy. Hopes that he can help, but she doesn't like any of it. And who blames her?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she loves her dad. Did they ever explain what happened to the mom? The mom passed away.
I don't
Cancer?
think they did.
I
I think
they
we
did.
just kind of assumed that she passed away. I don't know if they said it. If they did, I missed it. But I don't know too many moms that would just leave their daughters with the
No, I
dad.
don't think that happened like that.
So
And I swear they might have grazed over it real quick but maybe not.
and that's another thing. Like the daughter, Mia has seen her dad beat up before and hurt. and she didn't want that to happen, and she knows that he's doing business with this demolition mixed martial arts place, and she knows how dangerous they are.
Yes, very much.
So she was concerned about all that, which was rightfully so.
So we get a nice little, of course, my favorite montage of him doing little
I
trainings.
just like that montage.
Yeah, little mini trainings on the subway with the pizza spatula, with the pizza dough, and I don't know if Lee's working there for free or not, but he's also working at the pizza place now. So everyone's happy. Mia's learning Mandarin, and of course, just like normal, Connor.
He was working for free.
Yeah, Connor sees Mia and Lee having too much fun, talking and everything, and of course that we know that's going to blow up into something later. But Victor's getting pretty good. He's getting spry on his feet. He's looking not so bad for a guy his age, and they're thinking, hey, we could probably win this, and even Mia's pretty happy about it. And then, was it? Did she? Is this the part where? No. What happened here? Where did I go? Oh, he tells the story to Victor about his brother. This is when we learn about the brother.
Yes.
So him and his brother were. Was it a subway or like somewhere? Was it underground? Was it a subway?
It was right outside of the tournament. His brother won.
Oh yeah, his brother won a big tournament, and after the tournament, the guys who lost attacked them, and of course the brother was winning, and then the guy pulled a knife on him, and Lee froze. Okay, he's a kid. Of course he froze. I don't care how much skill you have. You see something like that. So during his freeze, his brother was stabbed and killed. Again, one, being sore about losing a karate tournament, I don't care how much money it was or how much pride. Get over it. You don't have to kill someone because of it.
And I was thinking these kids should probably go to jail now. It's not like Lee doesn't know who did it, And this is China.
Yes,
you're definitely going away.
I mean, who knows what happened? They should have.
Yeah.
But for the mom to blame karate, yes, okay, it was after a karate tournament, but I mean, other than in the movies, I don't think that's ever happened ever.
That sounds pretty silly.
It is. You can't win them all. You lose sometimes you win. It's okay. But terrible story, awful. I see why the mom's upset. I would probably not allow my kid, to do all that, but it is what it is. So Mia invites Lee out to a party. He's not really thinking about going, but then later when he's with his tutor, did the tutor talk him into doing it? Because he wasn't going to go, was he? I think the tutor
I can't remember.
And of course, because he's crushing on this girl now, and they're flirting, hanging out again. So of course he's probably thinking he's going to go to this party, have a good time, but he sees her there with Connor, and Connor's got his hands all over Mia. It doesn't look like it's innocent, but it doesn't look that bad. But if you invited me here and then this is what I got to walk into, I would have left too. I've been like, yeah, see you later, dummy.
I would have walked up to her so she knew I was there.
Would you have?
Yeah. You got to say something right then and there.
Probably. But
just so she knows I'm there.
Do you think he knows that he likes her at this point?
She has to, as much time as they've been spending together.
Oh, I agree. You're right.
She has to.
All right. What, could he have just walked up and like jumped, spin hook, kicked my man in the face?
I'm not saying
that. The last time?
No.
That's how you walk up.
Yeah. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he could have just walked up to her and said, "Hey, how you doing?" And is you guys hanging out? Oh, okay, well, I guess I'll see you later then. And make her feel
hang out with my tutor now.
I got some study to go do. I'll see you later. We were just taking a walk, and I thought I'd walk down here and see how you were doing.
He does confront her about it afterwards, and I gave him props for that. And she said it's complicated, and I'd be like, yeah, okay, uncomplicated for me. You tell me how bad this guy is, but then you're hanging out with him.
Yeah. So then it would have been I would have moved on after that. That would have been the end for me.
So, but of course, we know this is the part where if the dad didn't walk in, they might have, worked it out. But they got to go win this fight for the dad. So we got bigger and better things to do. And then, we get to the fight, and it was going in the dad's favor, which of course the, gangster guy didn't like. So he had him cheat, and he ended up, dad almost lost his life, basically.
Which was dumb because no matter what, the gangster guy, the guy that owned that academy, he was going to get his money. If Victor won, he would have got paid. If Victor lost,
didn't he make a big bet on the other guy?
Yeah, he put it, but that's what I'm saying. He put the bet on the other guy, so no matter who won, he would have got his money. So it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. He should have just sat back and just chilled and watched a good fight. It doesn't matter. He would have got his money.
Yeah, true. So now he feels responsible for the dad. The mom shows up. She's trying to figure out what the heck, because the mom works at the hospital, right?
She works at the hospital, so she
wants to know how he's involved. He tells her, and of course she's like, get out of my face. We'll figure this out later. The daughter's not talking to him. Which I get all that. Like it's understandable that it was dangerous to begin with. It was tough, and everything's going badly for Lee right now. Everything was kind of looking on the up, and now it's going badly. And then lo and behold, Mr. Han just shows up out of nowhere.
Yeah, breaks into the house.
Yeah, and then he pulls Three Ninjas grandpa kind of thing.
Yeah,
starts attacking Lee like out of nowhere, like a ninja or something.
Yeah.
How are you just gonna show up and start attacking? Like he's like, what if Lee like really thought he was in some serious trouble and messed you up, man?
Messed you up? He could have shot him.
That's what I'm saying.
He could have had a gun.
Lucky he didn't. So Mr. Han, I guess, assumed that things weren't going well, and he wanted to help out, so he showed up to. Now, who's running the school while he's gone? That's what I want to know.
Well, you know what? His school was a lot different than when we saw him last. When he was working with what was his name? Trey. That was Jaden Smith's character. Now he has a full-blown academy. That place it's like he had a compound. Actually, his school looked like the fake Cobra Kai school. Those guys that Jaden was going against. They had a big compound that they were training at, and that's what Mr. Han had now. So he probably had other instructors because he had a lot of students.
That's true. I didn't think about that. So he'd probably be okay. But I just thought that was funny.
He definitely couldn't run all those classes by himself. It was too big.
So funny because the next day, Mr. Han and Lee go visit Victor, and he's doing a lot better. He's going to pull through. Of course, he's upset about how everything went, and he still has to pay this damn money. So that's a problem. But Jackie, I keep calling him Jackie Chan. Mr. Han, he's like, don't worry about it. I got this. Like, I'm going to train you. You're going to win this tournament. No problem. But I got to go take care of something first. So, of course, what does he got to go take care of? He's got to go try to convince Daniel to show up.
This was unnecessary, honestly.
Not necessarily.
I'm going to tell you why when we get there, but go ahead.
No, I get why, because Travis said the same thing.
Well, me and him haven't talked about it.
Travis, when he asked if we seen it, and I said, no, not yet. And I said, how was it? He goes, it was good, but they didn't need Daniel in this movie. He said and I see why they say that, but what the idea was to use Kung Fu and martial arts, karate, to take down this super bad guy who I didn't even think was that bad. So honestly, could have took him out with Kung Fu.
Exactly. That's my point. I didn't see Lee fighting any differently because Daniel showed up.
Okay, I get that.
And even
they had to merge the worlds. How else could they have? What else could they have done to merge these two worlds together?
I think you should have incorporated. If you're going to incorporate Daniel, then you should have trained him. You should have had him teaching Lee the way that he taught the Cobra Kai kids or the Miya-gi kids. Like we had what 6 seasons of Cobra Kai, 7 seasons, whatever, 6 seasons.
Yeah.
Miyagi though, based on those 6 years that we had of Cobra Kai, was all about defense. I didn't see Daniel teaching Lee defense.
No, you're right. You're right.
I didn't see Daniel teaching Lee kata.
No.
So that was my thing for him. Like, why he's not doing what he was doing in Cobra Kai. He's not teaching Miyagi though, and it doesn't look like Lee is fighting any different in this tournament. So I didn't see the point of Daniel.
He turned down Mr. Han at first,
and
then changed his mind down the road. But
Mr. Han knew it too.
No, I agree with you, but I did like the interaction with Jackie and Ralph.
I did too.
So they made up for it with that. I get what you're saying. I think they had to figure it out, and I think they couldn't figure it out. That's why maybe we should have got a Karate Kid series after Cobra Kai and then the movie.
This is what you do. What they should have done was instead of the Miyagi mystery that was in Cobra Kai, this should have been in Cobra Kai of Daniel helping Mr. Han, and then it leads into the movie.
Yeah,
and
when Daniel goes, do that. I kept waiting in Cobra Kai for Mr. Han to show up.
Yeah, so when Daniel goes to the Saikai Taikai and they do that second half, then Mr. Han and Lee are doing their own thing, and Daniel comes back to help them at the end of the Saikai Taikai. That's how you should have did it, and you could have had him. We could have had more time with Daniel and Lee, and Daniel training Lee, instead of the stupid Miyagi mystery that really didn't even make. It wasn't even necessary to be in Cobra Kai.
True.
It didn't make any sense. It was just something for Daniel to do, and if you needed something for Daniel to do, it should have been this right here.
And Daniel's only contribution really was to use the dragon tail and then slide under Connor's defense of it, and then to beat him that way. What they call it, snake in the grass or something like that.
Trap the tiger. The tiger trap. Something like that. Yeah. That was it. That was his only purpose.
Yeah, that was interesting. So the interaction between Daniel and Mr. Han was good, but like you said, I agree. There really wasn't a lot of necessary for Daniel because he showed up 2 weeks before the tournament to help train. 1 week,
because Daniel originally said like you can't learn karate in 1 week, and then that's when Mr. Han had him show him his skills already, and he was like, "Oh well, maybe you can't." So, but if you're gonna show him some blocks, show some blocks. I didn't see Daniel teaching the blocks. I didn't see him doing the defense or the kata. Because the kata was about patience.
Let's be honest. Mr. Han would beat the crap out of Daniel all day.
Oh yeah, I think so. Yes, and having them two fight.
Johnny could give him a run. Johnny could give him a run for his money, but I still think he'd win that fight.
I think so too.
Honestly, I think Lee would beat them both too.
Anyway, go ahead, man. Keep going.
So we're watching Mia at the pizza place, and the tutor ordered a pizza to the training spot to try and get Mia and Lee back on, solid ground, at least talking to each other.
So the tutor guy, they needed. Mr. Han told Lee that we need a place to train, and the tutor kid, he had a rooftop. Was that his? Did he explain how he had it, or was
I think it was on top of his building.
Okay, because did he say something about being a trust fund kid or something? He said something that let me believe that area was his and it was okay for them to use it.
Probably. He looked like, but why, if you're a trust fund kid, why are you tutoring kids? That's not good money and it's a headache.
I don't know. Who knows? Probably for some extra credit or something. I don't know, man.
You know what I'm just realizing? Lei Fong is his name. Isn't that the character from Street Fighter?
Oh, I have no idea. I definitely don't. I mean, especially that was that you're not talking about Kosan Pak's character, are you?
I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. All right. let's see.
Oh,
So
yeah, the villain. What's that? The villain's name in Street Fighter?
no, Lei Fong was he was the little karate dude, the little Bruce Lee guy.
Yeah, that's Tom Pack scary.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot who that was.
Yeah.
So this tournament, the funny thing about this though, the tournament, like you said, is on the rooftop, and they show like a couple of fights in the tournament, and then they show them training. And then they show another couple of fights of the tournament, and mostly the fights are focusing on Lee and on Connor. And Lee is winning his
you mean
fight.
Mortal Kombat, don't you?
No, I'm thinking Lei Fong is in Street Fighter. He's a little Bruce Lee guy.
I'm looking at Street Fighter. I'm looking at the movie Street Fighter. I'm sorry.
I don't think they brought him in the movie.
That Tom Pack's character was in Mortal Kombat. Don't kill me, Jeff. I know. I just corrected myself.
Yeah. So, like you said, they're still doing training during the tournament, and the training, like I said, to trap the tiger, they go to the subway and the little turntable to get in the subway. So the whole time, Mr. Han has to use his card, which I don't even know how much money do you put on those things, and how much does it take to get through?
Yeah, man, who knows?
He has to slide under it like it was the kick.
He was killing his head.
And then Daniel shows up with a headband, not the Miyagi-Do headband, but he showed up with the tree, and he said this that it represented the two families. So now Lee gets to be Mr. Han and Miyagi-Do at the same time. Kind of merge the two movies together, and because his kung fu outfit isn't cool enough, he needs a headband for it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all of these Cobra Kai Karate Kid headbands is the symbol. Like everybody, Johnny had a headband. The Sakai Taikai, they had headbands. Miguel had a headband. Miguel had Johnny's headband. So,
no, I get it. I get it.
Of course, the traditional Miyagi headband. So,
Mr. Han has a talk with Lee's mom because he says, I know how you feel. I know your problem with tournaments. I'm glad that you're at least letting him do this. I feel like he needs to do this, but it would really be nice for him to have his mom there to support, which that's got to be hard. You lost a kid to the tournament, and now you're going to go watch your kid at a tournament. That's a lot. And the fact that she does show up tells me, okay, this mom, she knows what's up. It's really good. Because, I mean, yeah, he really could use the support of his mom. This is a lot, but that had to be a lot for her to show up, especially if he starts getting hurt. Like, it'd be hard not to just want to jump in and be like, no, stop the fight. I don't care about what this is about, what it's for, And the other thing they didn't do that was Karate Kid-esque, they didn't let him get hurt and have a Miyagi or Mr. Han moment with the fire or anything. I guess they're done with that. They took it out of Cobra Kai. They joked about it, but they took it out. They took it out of this. So, and I'm good with that because I don't think you can do that without Mr. Miyagi. Like, that's a Mr. Miyagi thing. I know, like, Mr. Han did it with Jaden and the other one with the cups and the fire, but we got our own thing now. We got
Chosen knows how to do it.
There you go. See,
I'm surprised Chosen never taught Daniel.
Yeah, that's true. That'd been interesting.
Because Daniel did ask Chosen when Robbie got hurt in the last season, but he was like, that's a broken bone. It's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah, right. If he's fixing broken bones, some kind of magic.
Yeah.
So the fight kind of goes how you think. They let Connor get the best of him for the first round, and then he has to step it up for the next round, and then of course we get a tie fight in the third round, and then we got to get the dragon tail, slide under, trap the tiger. Guy falls for it, no problem. Lee wins the fight. I like the finish of the original one better. To me, we needed something bigger at the end of this. The crane kick was amazing. Even Jaden Smith's little jump front, scorpion kick or whatever you call that thing was good. This one, he just slid under his defense against his big move, and then he come up and kicked him in the face. Good job. It was all right.
Did you? So after he won and he scored a point and kind of got ready to attack him again, and he took him down. Did you have a feeling something else was about to happen?
Yeah, he should have did a beep. We all said it.
The
My
honk the
son
nose.
just watched the yes. He should have
Yeah.
honked the nose.
That's what I thought was going to
We
happen.
all
Yeah.
did. Everybody, they should. I don't know how they didn't put that in there. Why that would have been the best thing ever. But now I get why somebody. I guess to argue it, someone could have said, "Well, he doesn't know that. He doesn't know who Mr. Miyagi is." But I mean, come on, that would have been perfect.
All you got to do is to set that up is have Daniel do it to him earlier in the film, and then you could have tied that back into that part, because I definitely was waiting on it, and then he just punched the mat, and I was like, all right.
They missed out on that one. They missed out big time on that one.
Yeah.
So, and then at the end, we see them all back in the pizza place, and I guess they sent the pizza to Daniel in California, and told him that they owe him $11,000 or something like that. And then we see Daniel and Johnny, and he's like, "You gotta try this pizza." But I'm sorry, there's no pizza getting sent across from New York that's gonna be so great. It's the best pizza ever. It's just.
But I did like Johnny's response saying that they should open up a pizza place.
Yeah, I said that was a great idea.
Yeah, he had me with that one. That was pretty funny.
I thought it was good too. That was good. I don't know. They should have had. I think that Johnny should have been in this a little bit more.
He would have overshadowed. He would have took over if that would have happened. That character is huge now, man. So you could.
Well, I mean, they could pretty much take this movie anywhere they want.
Now, the reason I asked if because Lee Fong sent the message to Daniel saying, "If you ever need me, you know where to find me."
Yep.
So, and that's what Mr. Miyagi also said to Mr. Han, I believe. That's why Mr. Han came to California, So, anyway,
what are you giving this movie?
I'm going to give it a B+.
That's pretty much what I was going to say.
I can't. Okay.
B+, A-.
Okay,
so
I couldn't hear you for a second. Okay.
Yeah, B+ for sure.
Yeah. It wasn't. I thought it was going to be better, especially it wanted to have a more connection to Cobra Kai. And like I said, they could have got rid of the whole Miyagi mystery thing and put this part of in the Cobra Kai, and then followed up with the movie. It would have made this movie so much better, because then you could have gotten to some character building within Cobra Kai. So I think that was a missed opportunity right there, but still it was okay. I didn't hate the movie. It was fine. So I just wanted it to be a little bit better.
We always do.
Now, do you think there will be a sequel? Do you go sequel or do you go series? What would you do?
I mean, I think a series would do better.
Yeah, I think so too. I think a series would be really, really good.
Yeah, I think it'd be great.
That'd be a good idea.
Build up to another Saikai Taikai. I mean, come on.
Well,
anything possible.
With the Saikai Taikai, it's not held every year, is it?
I don't think so.
Yeah, so
be interesting.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is it. What are we watching next? We didn't even talk about that.
Yeah, you know what? I had something the other day, and I should have wrote it down. I think it was on Prime. I think it just. Oh, I know that movie that we were supposed to get an early showing of is out. Dominance or something like that. What is it?
You're talking about the ones that we did the interview with?
No, we were supposed to do the interview with them, and then it never. Travis sent us. He got another email. Remember? Did you remember this?
I don't remember. But we can watch it.
I gotta look it up. I just saw it the other day too. All right, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
It looks interesting.
You said it was called Dominance?
No, I don't remember what it was called.
Well, people, just stay tuned.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, you know how it goes.
Just listen to the next episode anyway, and then it'll be a surprise.
It looked interesting. It had like
Ballerina's out also now.
Ooh, I wouldn't mind doing that.
The John Wick one, the real one, the one we originally were supposed to watch. Want to do that one, and then we can figure out this other one.
Yeah, let's do that one. I'd
right,
love to watch that. I want to see that.
All right, we'll do Ballerina next week,
right.
and then we'll go from there. And Superflix, Spider-Man 3 on Superflix. Got anything else?
I do actually got one thing. Got a big announcement for me.
Oh yeah,
I have a new podcast coming out this week. I've been trying to do this for so long. I have a fantasy football podcast called the Flex Bros Fantasy Football Podcast. So I'm going to try and drop that this week. I am not a big podcaster as far as recording all that, so I'm still learning. So bear with me for the first couple of weeks, but I think I got it.
All right,
so
cool.
I got a couple of social media set up. I got my crew. I got 3 other guys of mine, some friends of mine that I've been doing leagues with and everything. So I'm ready, man. I'm good to go. So we got some good subjects.
That time of the year too.
Yeah, that's how I meant to. I'm setting that up. We're doing the Inside Scoop League, and I think we're going live with that next week. I think it's Sunday we're gonna do it. So probably at like 9 or 10 o'clock, something like that.
So how many leagues are you gonna be in this year, man? Because every year you are in a bunch of leagues, man.
Well, here's the thing. So I do have a lot. It's probably I'm already up to like 14, but
14.
I'm not paying for all of them. Listen, I got in. There's a couple of different kind of leagues that just came out that I've been trying to get into for a while. There's this one called a Vampire League that I've been wanting to try. So I got that. That's a free league. And then there's Guillotine League. The Guillotine League is the one that's wild. So everybody plays everybody, and the person who scores the lowest gets cut from the whole squad. And then so you play, and then all their players go to the free agents, and then it's 17 people, teams. Then the next week it's 16, 15, 14, all the way to the last week, and then it's 1 versus 1, and they're going to be 2 power teams because you've taken all the other players from all the other teams.
That sounds fun. Okay.
So I've always wanted to do that, but I can't pay for something that I've never done, so I want to get a feel for it. So I actually joined like 3 of those just for free to check it out and get a feel for it. So, and I think it'll be interesting and it'll be fun. So we'll see. So yeah, that's my big announcement. Let's see if I can.
All right, so you guys can check. I forgot you had that soundboard. Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting used to it, using it. So that's all I got, man.
All right.
We're done until next week. I'll drop that. I'll drop it on the social medias and share it with people. If you're into fantasy football, give us a listen. Really appreciate it.
And then hopefully I can get another computer pretty soon. So I know I was buffering tonight. So everyone,
but it shouldn't take away from it. It should be good.
Cool. Everyone, stay safe, stay strong. We'll holler at you next week, and I will play our music.
Disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.